Good morning, everyone. I want to do a little backstory on the cat that just had kittens. I just posted the video this morning of this cat. Um, Back almost a year ago, so November of 24, I walked back to my rabbitry area and there was a sick kitten on top of the cages. Like it had got through the chain link somehow. Um, and it was just sitting there, and it was very sick. It had an upper respiratory infection, and so I got my oldest daughter to come back there and help me catch it. I did not know at the time, but the cat had a cleft nose, so it has like an indent in its nose that you can see just looking at it. And we nurse it back to health like we usually do. The neighbor 2 doors down, she's an elderly lady, and she feeds all of the stray cats. That's actually where two of our cats from a previous litter that we had about maybe 2 years ago, before I was able to get the two boys fixed, they literally like a day before I was supposed to go and have them fixed, they disappeared out of the yard. Um, and they have been there since. I wasn't able to catch them. Basically, all the other cats that are loose there are mostly feral. So they're just reproducing. The town we live in does not do like TNR. They're not really financially able to do that, I guess. So we have a lot of stray cats, and the neighbor feeds them, and at least 2 or 3 times, sometimes 4 or 5 times a year, we find sick kittens in the yard. And because my 14-year-old, my oldest daughter, is a cat person, she collects them, does her best to nurse them. I do a lot of nursing them, bottle feeding or syringe feeding, because she is in school and things like that. So when we find a kitten, we allow her to raise it up, or I will raise it up with her. And then we get them fixed. Now, the thing with Sniffles, we live in a mobile home, and my daughter has a window unit air conditioner in her window, and the cat didn't have any signs of going into heat, but she knocked the piece of material that was having the window closed on the edge of the window unit. She knocked it out of the window, and she escaped through her bedroom window. And she couldn't find her. After like 2 days, she finally found her and caught her. And it was already too late. She was already pregnant. She does have another cat that you saw in the video, a black and orange cat. I brought both of them in the beginning of September to be spayed through a clinic that offers like a cheaper spay clinic that's not really local but close to us. But because Sniffles has a cleft nose, she also has some other congenital deformities that we did not know about. They put her under regular anesthesia to spay her, and she immediately started having problems breathing. So they tried to put a tube down her trachea in her airway to help her breathe during the surgery. That way they could keep her under anesthesia but breathe for her until they can take her out of anesthesia. But because of the deformities that she has, they could not get the tubing down her airway to give her air. So they had to reverse the anesthesia and bring her back out of it without having her fixed, which then led to aspiration pneumonia, because of the difficulty she had during this whole process. So I did bring her to the vet, a local vet, to treat her for the pneumonia. I figured she had pneumonia, and I also wanted to make sure that the cleft nose and congenital deformities weren't causing her issues. So we treated her for the pneumonia, and they were willing to try a different procedure of way of having her spayed. That way it wouldn't be as risky as what this clinic did. I mean, it's not really a huge risk what they did. It's just there's different protocols for how you do it, and so I would need to get back in touch with that clinic, with their vet, see what their protocols are, what she was given for anesthesia, or to sedate her, and they would do something different for her at the vet. But at this point, she was already around 4 or 5 weeks pregnant. And we knew she was pregnant. And I could not bring myself to have her spayed knowing that there was babies growing. I really didn't want to do it in the first place, but because of her deformities, I was concerned, let's just get it done fast, and then, that would be it. But once I knew that she was for sure pregnant, I couldn't go through with it. So I was for sure certain that she had at least another week before she was due. But she had the babies this morning. My daughter came and woke me up at 1:15 this morning, and she had the 3 babies, and I went back to sleep around 3, and was just hoping that she was done, or that she would be able to finish laboring without any help. But she did only have the 3. The first one was like a darker orange color. He's got like some orange on his face. It's lighter. But the second one that was born is orange, but his undercoat's much whiter, and his face has more white on him. So that's the difference. One's like more of a orange and like a cream color. The other one's an orange and a white color. Both of them, I'm pretty sure, are boys. And then she had I believe it's a little girl. It looks like a black, but it's gonna be like black and white tabby. It has like a pattern. It's not solid black. Super cute baby. Our plans with these kittens is to let them get old enough, wean them, and then have them fixed. We do not want babies running around reproducing, passing around congenital defects. They do not seem to have cleft noses like the momma does, so we're praying that they don't have any issues. And Sniffles, the momma, she will be fixed once they are weaned. And we may rehome them, we may not. Our plan for the cats is she has one cat outside that eats our chickens. She will come inside eventually, and we'll have a patio, like a catio, built outside of her window, and they'll have like a little doggy door, where they can get in and out. So that way we can put the food and water and the cat litter box outside, and she'll have more room in her room as well, because right now she's got a cat tree, a huge cat litter box, the feeder and waterers. They all take up a lot of room, and she has a very small room. So the plan is for all of these cats to get fixed. Sniffles is the only one that we have that's not fixed, and we have 2 outside cats, and we have 2 inside cats. And so we're hoping that we can build this catio, and all of them will just live happily, going in and out of her room as they please. It's a lot of cats, so we may rehome some of the babies or all of the babies. I probably will let her keep one baby. I hope she chooses the black and white one. The I guess it's a black tabby. I don't know. But that is a backstory for these cats. We do not just go out breeding these cats intentionally. Cats are bad for the environment. They kill a lot of birds. Um, and sometimes they kill chickens because we can't keep this cat. Like this cat that's outside, Holly, literally got her from a farm. She was with a feral mom, but she grew up here. Got her when she was very, very young. She was only a couple weeks old. And our mama cat at the time 2 years ago raised her outside with the chickens. For some reason, she'll kill them. She likes to get into, like, she'll put her hand through the bottom of the quail cage and grab a quail out. So we have to have a board over the roll out egg spot. And yeah, the other day I accidentally let a quail out when I was feeding it, and it was gone immediately. Like, she was fast. So it's an issue. So we're hoping that this catio that we can build on the back of the house for these cats will be sufficient for them. And I'll take y'all along, hopefully, for that whole thing. But I just wanted to let y'all know backstory on Sniffles and these cute little babies. Thanks for watching. Bye.